Oh, I got my tissues right here, my paper towels.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Oil Runners broadcast. I'm broadcasting from Anchorage, 20 Mile in Alaska right now. This is actually a real background, out fishing, and we're doing Health and Fitness Deluxe Edition with Coach Lux. If you want to get in contact with him, Divine Empire Builders with an S at the end at gmail.com. Send him a letter, he'll get back to you. And then also follow him on Instagram at lux.beachbody. He's got some awesome videos on how to's and whatever else, some inspiration and stuff like that going on there. So it's all good on that. Um, you can contact Oil Runners Services at gmail.com, and of course we'll get him, get in touch with him as well. So there's a lot of ways to get in touch with Coach, and Coach has been really great. And you know, since I've been working with him, I actually had lost 12 pounds. So it's worth getting in touch with him. And he's very wise and educational about everything. So I can't wait to hear what we're going to learn today on Motivational Monday. So have at it, Coach.
All right. I'm not sure if we have any questions or I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody popping up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk for a little bit. And today I would really like to cover the whys as to why you feel the need to get fit, the reasons you feel you should go to the gym, the reasons you feel like you should change your eating habits. These are all important questions you should be asking yourself before you even purchase any gym equipment or get any memberships at any type of gym. Because what it does is it can fix the outside, and that's if you even have the drive to follow through with it, even if you're damaged inside. It's just you're gonna end up going backwards. So you have to do the inner work. I say this a lot in my previous live streams, but I don't really go into detail about it as to why you should. Um, because there's a lot of spiritual work. There's a lot of depression that happens. Uh, and there's a lot of negativity that people accept and they'll just gladly digest. And once you digest that, you start to believe that. And when you believe that, you start to become that. The very thing that you hate hearing is what you become. So it depends on if you choose to move past it and agree that everybody is subject to their own opinions and thank them for their opinion and then move past it and understand that that doesn't have to be you. It's just the way they want to see you or the way they might see you. And people see what you show them. So, it's definitely something that needs to be worked on. You need to do the inside work. You need to do the spiritual work before you decide to make your outside match your inside. We're also going to be covering the mirror technique, and that is that reality. It works similar to a mirror. When you stand in front of the mirror, um, most most likely 100% of the time you're going to have to make a movement in order for your reflection to do the same. The reflection never moves without your permission, and that's exactly how reality works. Uh, you can't expect reality to change if you don't change yourself. It's a very simple concept that people seem to make difficult, and people want to make that difficult because people are good at making things difficult. We want to take the easy route, not understanding that it's a more difficult route. So definitely look in the mirror, stand in the mirror, observe yourself, observe where you're at in life, and understand that that is exactly what reality is showing you. It's showing you exactly what your decisions were that led you to what you see before you. And that is the reflection that you either hate or the reflection that you either love. There's no middle ground with that one. There's no gray area. It's very black and white when it comes to that. And that's something I'd like to cover as well. And I think we covered. We wanted to. What's the third thing, Christine, that we just talked about that I want to cover? I can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
it was meditation.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Meditation. Meditation, I can't stress that enough as well. Meditation is the key to clearing out the clutter in your head. We since birth are taught to think, and think some more. But we're never taught the absence of thought. So it's a very difficult thing to not think. And for all those people wondering, I want you to stand still and close your eyes and have nothing on around you unless you have an environment that it's just impossible to do so. Do your best, but stand there for a minute, for a couple seconds, and try your best not to think about anything. I mean nothing. Don't even try to think about not thinking. And you see how difficult that is? It's a very difficult thing, but it can be mastered. It can be mastered. And when you do that, you have a conduit into all kinds of information inside of your head that lies dormant, that you haven't had access to in years because of all the thinking that goes on inside of your head. And so once you do that, you'll find that information that pops up is things that you may have forgotten in school, things that your parents taught you. And you also see why people treat you the way they treat you, or things they may have said that hurt you, or things you may have said to other people that hurt them. And it's just yes, ma'am, it does take extreme discipline, Terry East, but that's something that a lot of people lack these days is discipline. Because if we all had discipline, none of us would be in half the problems we have. We wouldn't experience half the problems we have, and wouldn't be in half the situations we have. So just try that, and if that seems to work, I'd like you to try that for 5 minutes every day. Every day, give yourself 5 minutes to sit there, draw your blinds, turn your TVs off, unplug all your electronics, and I want you to, maybe you can put soothing music on, burn an incense, burn a candle, burn some sage if you have to, and clear out your mind, and really, really just be still. Get in a comfortable position so that you're not going to be moving around, and just pay attention, do a body scan, and pay attention to your body, pay attention to your breathing. That's the most important thing, is pay attention to your breathing. The inhale, the exhale, it will get you there. Each time you inhale and every time you exhale, you'll be inhaling light and inhaling positivity, and you'll be exhaling the opposite, the opposition. All right. And nothing is easy at first. Nothing. When little Ling Ling goes to, goes to Carnegie Hall to play his piece, did Ling Ling just jump on the piano yesterday, or did Ling Ling have to practice until his fingers bled in order to create such a masterpiece? I get in the corner and practice being quiet. I don't burn sage. Okay. That's highly debatable. That's subjective. Sage is simply something that's natural. Now, maybe witches use sage to do whatever they have to do, but it's not the sage that's witchcraft. That's something that was created by God, and it's here for us. Everything on this planet, everything in Mother Earth, in nature, is pure and it's beautiful. So I would have to strongly disagree that sage is witchcraft, but it's the purpose for whatever purpose you're giving it when you burn it. Well, that's up to you. But yeah, I can't, because Christians use forks to eat, and so do murderers. They use forks as well, but that doesn't mean that a fork is a murderer's tool. So you really have to really think about that. And if you don't like sage, that's fine too. You don't have to burn sage. Go ahead and burn a candle or some incense, and that should work fine too, ma'am. And I assure you, you'll get the same results, because the results are on you. It's not what you burn. It's just to help you get in a state of relaxation. So once you achieve that, then you can go ahead and get into your quiet zone. But yeah, the sage thing, that's subjective. I respect your opinion about it, and everybody's subject to it. And thank you for that as well. Thank you for your opinion, because it matters and everything's valid in the eyes of reality. So that's very valid that you said that, and I appreciate you sharing that. But as far as meditation goes, it does help you tap into untapped knowledge that's sitting dormant. It lies dormant in your head. And once you're able to do such things, you'll find that information comes flowing through that conduit, in which you won't close up with your own opinion. Also, the art of listening. like listening with your whole being. We often tend to listen, and when we're listening to somebody, we say, I agree with that or I disagree with that. And that's okay, but you're not necessarily getting all the information you need when you're disagreeing, because all you're doing is telling yourself, well, I'm going to filter this out and I'm going to filter that out because I don't agree with it. Well, part of that information may have something you really need to complete that whole circle of information that's coming. So you have this spherical point of view of the information that you're trying to receive, but your opinion or lack thereof is getting in the way of it. And by lack thereof, I agree or disagree, meaning lack thereof, not necessarily. It's just completely listening with your whole body, with your, being attentive, being centered, and just hearing the words that person is saying, because they're just words. It's a frequency. That's all it is. It's a frequency that's chopped up by our tongue, our teeth, and our lips to create a code that we decode as the English dialect or Mandarin dialect or Spanish dialect. So again, we're just decoding little chopped up vibrations that we make with our mouths, and our brains decode that as language. So simply just sit in a quiet, calm place, and let yourself, and let every breath you take and every out breath, you relax deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Before you know it, you might feel like you're air. You won't feel your body much. And there has been cases where people have left their bodies during this, and it's a beautiful experience because it lets you know that there is more than just this life. This life is an experience, and we're here to experience things from the point of view of separation. And because separation occurs, we're able to form an opinion about certain things. The sky is blue to some people, but the sky may be slightly purple to others. Yet here you are in agreement that there is a sky. And everybody sees the world through their own personal unique lens. And I find that beautiful because that allows me to view the world through another person's lens when they talk to me about their feelings or when they talk to me about how they see the world. Well, I'm like, wow, that's fantastic because I've never seen it that way. That's a great idea. I've never had that idea. So it's good to be open. It's good to be open about things, but also practice discernment, meaning put your screen down so bugs don't fly in, you know? And Terra East, I think that we just say that's true. The Bible says to meditate. Yes, yes, ma'am. And prayer is actually a form of meditation as well. I told Christine this in a previous conversation. Prayer is also a form of meditation. So yeah, there are many forms of meditation, and I find that is key to really tapping in. Use that resource that the universe provides, that akashic record that you can tap into and gain any type of information you want, and you can become anybody you want and do anything you want as long as you practice consistency and also have that mindset that anything is possible and anything becomes possible because it starts with inside of you. So I want to change. Hey, how you doing, Javon Adams? How you doing? I've been wondering about you and your success.
Oh, please. You didn't see my picture of me on
I
Facebook
did.
with my skinny jeans on, buddy?
Oh yeah, rock those jeans, rock them.
Hey, size 10 skinny jeans. That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I couldn't get in those at all. I mean, I bought them and I was able to fit them. Then I gained weight, so I couldn't fit them. But now I'm getting back in them again.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. I gotta get there. We go. Right here. Fantastic. Yeah. See how that feels? And keep it going. Keep it going. Don't stop there. You gotta keep it going.
I'm
So how you
feeling
feel?
good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good.
You feel good inside?
Yes, I do. I feel so clean on the inside, and all that gunk and all that junk you eat, it makes you feel sluggish. But
Mm-hmm.
since I've been eating a lot cleaner and I've been drinking my water and stuff, I feel like a whole different person.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hmm.
Told you, and just keep it going. Keep it
I
going because
will.
yes, yes, ma'am. So did you practice the not eating before bed? Have you been practicing
Yeah,
that?
I've been eating 4 hours before I go to sleep. So I've been doing that. And I'm getting ready to start slowly incorporating some exercise. So, yeah.
Good, 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 good.
Yeah, that's gonna be yeah. We gonna see what happens.
Well, no, it's gonna happen because here's what it is, right? What's gonna happen is you're going to maybe start with a speed walk. Okay, you go out there, you're walking, and pick up the pace a little bit, right? And you
Mhm.
don't have to go 10, 20 miles if you don't want to, because this is a process. You have to respect that process. So let's say you decide to go ahead and speed walk the rest of the way. Half of the way you're walking and enjoying the visuals, and then the other half you decide, you know what, I'm going to pick up the pace and I'm going to start moving because I want to get my heart rate up there. I want to start generating some sweat.
Mhm.
So you start moving faster and faster, right? By that third day, what you're gonna find is that it becomes easier. You're gonna naturally want to pick up the pace. Naturally,
Yeah.
that happens. So you're gonna naturally want to pick up the pace, and that's okay because pick it up. And once you pick that pace up, you're gonna do that. You do that exact pace that you had that for that whole day. Do that pace for the following 3 days, and then
Mhm.
you're gonna find that that pace is not fast enough for you. You want to pick
Yeah.
it up even more, and the next thing you know, Yvonne Adams. I saw Yvonne Adams running through the neighborhood like somebody stole something. Somebody stole something from her. I hate to be the person she chasing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself prepared for when all of these 5Ks start coming back up again, like maybe around September, October. They usually start having the 5Ks, and I really want to be able to do. They have like every year they would have that breast cancer 5K. They're
Mm-hmm.
making strides, but they didn't do it last year because of COVID. And I'm hoping this year they do have it, so I can go and do that because I was doing that every year anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, and I wanna hopefully I can do the superhero walk run that they have. I'm hoping they do that this year so I can do that. That's another 5K.
Okay. You see? No. Well, I mean, you're thinking about doing it, so that is
I'm
like a
shooting for the stars.
yeah. You know, you didn't because a month or two ago, did you even have that in your mind that you could achieve such things?
No.
Imagine that.
Mm-mm.
Imagine that.
I'm like, no
Now you can.
way.
Right now you can. And so
Hmm.
and it just keeps going from there. It keeps going. Next thing you know, I just came from a skydiving trip.
Wow.
Yeah, it was my first time jumping out of an airplane, and let me tell you, that was insane.
Oh.
Insane. I'm gonna be posting that on my IG. I got the guy that instructed me, Mr. Cameron. He's a wonderful person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he had a GoPro attached to him the whole entire time, so you're gonna get to see it from beginning to end.
Okay.
Hey, gentlemen, can you pick up the apologies? But yeah, my nephew's friends. They're great. They're great kids. They're wonderful kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that was like you, Yvonne Adams. I had to tell myself that this is something that I can do, and in fact, I
Hmm.
had the mind state that it's already done. I'm already
Yeah.
here. I done paid for the tickets. Um, they had like a whole bunch of warning symbols that death may occur, but every time we jump in our vehicles, death can occur.
That's
So
true.
yeah, there's no reason for me to fear anything at all. And now I'm
Hmm.
like, that's a life changing experience. Now Yvonne Adams knows she can lose weight, and there is nothing stopping her. Nothing. You understand?
Right. Was I mean was what I was like you were saying about your mindset and how your mind has to be made up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using, like I said, the tool I was using was stop, challenge, and because I would stop. Like if I get a thought and if I feel like some type of way, upset about something, I would stop and I would actually challenge that thought and say, why do you feel that way? What is causing you to feel that way? What makes you want to eat that? Whatever. Stop. Now challenge that thought, change your thought, and know that this is what you're supposed to eat instead of that. So yeah, I've been doing that, and it's working for me. So.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, because reality works. Like I said before, Yvonne Adams had to look in that mirror,
Hmm.
and and I bet you weren't waiting for your reflection to get thinner. That ain't how it works. That ain't how it works. Because if
Yeah.
that's how you see reality, then that may be somewhere along the lines of what we like to call delusion, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's delusion doesn't give you results, not in reality.
Mm-mm.
Delusionally, yeah. Oh, I'm a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a 10, but you're not really doing
Mm-hmm.
anything about it.
Right.
So to you, maybe you may look like a 10 to you, but people see what you show them.
Yes, indeed.
You see, and I couldn't be more proud of you. I
Yeah,
was
I'm
wondering,
happy.
how is she
I'm
doing?
happy.
Good,
I'm
very good.
happy for one. I said when I go to my doctor in August, I want she gonna do that. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's why I told you I could do it.
Because you can, because you
Yeah.
can, and
Because she would
nobody can
always get
take.
on me. She would always get on me. Every time I go and she let the scale say that, she be like,
Mhm,
now I told you what diet to do. And I'm like, I don't want to do that diet you telling me to do.
mhm.
She talking about some Mediterranean diet or some diet. I'm like, oh no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, yeah. It's um,
Whatever it was called, I was like, no.
well, it may work. There's different strokes for different
Mm,
folks, and
yeah.
that may work for some. But
Mhm.
again, if your mindset is not there, and if in your heart you're already telling yourself this is not something I can do, then
Mm.
guess what? It's something you can't do.
Right.
It's gonna take you to do it. You know,
Mhm.
it's gonna take you to do it, and you've done it. And I need you to continue that work because there's a
Yes.
lot of people looking towards you now, Yvonne.
Oh yeah, believe me, they my coach is like, do you want my coach asked me if I want to be a coach. And I'm like, I don't know. She said, you're inspiring people. You can be a coach. I'm like,
Hey,
okay.
Coach
So yeah.
Adams,
Coach
Coach
Adams.
Adams, what's going on? Can I come on your show? Can I come on your show? Right,
For sure, for sure.
right, right.
Yes
So
indeed.
yeah, yeah. And you know what? There's no need to pick up the pace unless it's too easy. So now, Yvonne, whatever you're doing, if
Mhm.
it's too easy, you may want to pick it up a little bit. But if you're good where you're at, you stay right where you're at and you continue to do it because it's working. See, it's working.
Mhm.
So you just continue to keep doing it, and then there's going to be little things here and there that are going to try to throw you off.
Oh yeah, that's
Some
already done.
monsters,
That's already happening. So.
hmm right? And you're going to get a lot of people that unfortunately are going to wish ill on you
Mhm.
seeing your success because it reminds them of how they should be doing that, but they're not.
Mhm. Yeah.
That can't stop you.
No, it
That can't
can't.
stop you.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
that's right. Amen, sister.
Amen. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna let you get back to your show. I just wanted to come
Fantastic.
on. I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to come on and share my success story with you and let you know I thank you so much for your advice, and it is helping me, and I appreciate what you're doing. You
Anytime.
keep doing what you're doing because God is getting ready to bust open some double doors for you.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
All
Yes.
right. Hey, Christina, love you.
I'm pretty
Bye,
sure she
y'all.
loves you too.
Bye.
See you, Yvonne. Yeah, so see that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I like to call consistency breeds results. Consistency breeds results. That's Christine right here calling me. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and well, she text me. And if anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask any questions or pop right up, and I'll answer any questions you have as far as that. Oh, here she is, right here. Christina,
Yeah.
Christina, yeah, yeah. Why don't you just shoot me a text message?